Hey there, Tom here from Fibonacci-Traders.com, your daily market recap, December 28th. Last daily market recap for 2023. I'm super excited. Like, subscribe, and let's see why Tesla went down 3%. So it looks like SPY and friends went off for this long weekend. As you can see, very tight doji, nothing much in the past week. Price action went very tight. If we look at the intraday, 15 minutes, always zoom in, zoom out to get a better point of view of price action. And look at this nasty price action today. Just moved sideways, which means SPY went on holiday. Qs, same thing, closed the day with 0.05% to the downside. But we are still in a very nice uptrend. The road is up, grinding up on the left lane of this uptrend channel. Dow Jones 0.12% to the upside. But as we can see, trend lines are our good friends for future price action, our roadmap for future price action. Dow Jones. Let me zoom in. And as you can see, on the left lane of this uptrend channel and this trend line, resistance for the higher highs. There is such a thing as a good resistance. Another great example is the IWM inside this uptrend channel. The road is up until proven otherwise. And look at this upper trend line. Resistance, but it's a resistance for the higher highs, which means it's a good resistance because this resistance shows us the way for the higher highs, and this trend line shows us the way for the higher lows, which means higher highs, higher lows. We are in an uptrend. Bitcoin moving sideways, nothing much on Bitcoin, short below 41,300 towards the 36, long continuation above the 44,500 towards the 50k. We have a double top, multi-top scenario of the 44,500. This double top will get negated only a weekly close or more above the 44,500. Below the 41,300, this multi-top scenario will get validated all the way back to 38 and 36 to the downside. Always prepare for both sides. Ethereum, on the other hand, holding nice inside the right lane of this uptrend channel. But if we clean the chart a little bit, you can see also on Ethereum we have a multi-top scenario of the 2400. This double top, multi-top scenario will get negated only weekly close above this line, and then we can take Fibonacci and we can ask Fibonacci above this red line where price of Ethereum might be heading next. Fibonacci gives us all the support and resistance for future price action. Below 22,800 we will see 2200. Below 2200, in my opinion, and it's my opinion only because I follow price, we are back to 2000 and 1900s. Crude oil on its way south until proven otherwise. Imagine that these trend lines are the road that price is driving, and it's driving south until proven otherwise. KRE, basically in the past 2 weeks or so, nothing much. Some will call it a bearish island, but there is nothing bearish in an uptrend. Look at this steep uptrend that KRE is inside. We can take it from here also, like this. Doesn't need to be exactly, but it gives us an area of support. Look at this trend line. Look at this trend line. Support, resistance, 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 resistance. Broke to the upside. Now, once again, resistance. Look at this trend line. Resistance for the higher highs, support for the higher lows. This middle lane and KRE is bouncing between the right lane and the left lane. But the way is up. Never argue with price. Never argue with trend lines. Trend lines shows you the way for future price action. No other indicator from all these thousands and thousands of indicators and all these strategies based on these indicators, none of them can show you with high probability where price might be heading next. All of those indicators are purely lagging indicators. They cannot get their final value before price gets its final value, which means if you rely on indicators, you rely on lagging indicators. You rely on something that happened in the past. But what traders, as traders, what are we looking for? Something to let us know, to tell us what will happen to price with the highest probability next. Fibonacci and trend lines. If we clean the chart on the SOXX, first we see too many gaps to the downside. More than 85-90% of all these gaps will get filled sometimes in the future. When? No one knows. But we need to embrace that gaps are meant to get filled. It's like black hole, magnets, call it whatever you want, for price action. Not 100% of them, but at least 2 of them, maybe 3, will get filled. Now, where price of SOXX might be heading next? What do you see? You see low, higher low, higher low, high, higher high, higher high. So the way for now is up. Now you can take Fibonacci. Swing low, swing high, where price might be heading next. 574 is the support. Next, we are heading towards 600 and then 623. You can also take trend lines. You have this trend line. Look at this. From support to resistance, but once again, it's the perfect resistance. Why? It shows us the way for the higher highs. So by natural things of price action above 595, we're heading 623 and then somewhere around the 680. What do you think? When and if we will see SOXX at the 680? Let me know in the comments below. MJ, back on my list. Tight watch list. I'm waiting for a break above the 341. As you can see, the 341, very tough resistance. I'm waiting to see break up and above, and then I will go in for long. Of course, this is my opinion only. Always do your own due diligence. Never follow blindly anyone on social media, including myself. Perfectly fine to follow to get ideas, but it's perfectly wrong to follow blindly anyone on social media. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your money. Take care of your money. If you don't know how to take care of your money, if you don't know how to manage your risk, please stop trading and get the proper education on how to manage risk when it comes to your money. MJ long above 340, and then we will see 365 and then 4 to the upside. AMD 1.8% to the upside. AMD beast, unstoppable. And we can clearly see trend lines once again proves us that they are the true support and resistance for future price action. AMD from the right lane of this road, now trying in the past 2-3 weeks, trying to move over to the left lane. Let's see where AMD is heading. For now, AMD is heading north. 144 is the support. 152 together with this Middle line is the resistance, above it 164, and then 190 to the upside. Tesla 3.2% to the downside. Why? Because after so many attempts of bulls trying to break up and above this trend line, it all comes down to the in-depth relationship between candlestick analysis, aka pure price action, and multi-time frames and trend lines. This trend line, very tough resistance for the higher highs. But it comes a time when bulls trying, now gave up. This is why Tesla went down 3.2% to the downside. Very relative weakness, super weakness to the rest of the market. Now where Tesla is heading? Take Fibonacci. Fibonacci will let you know everything that you need. 250 needs to hold. Below it, we will see 240 together with this red trend line to the downside. Hit a like, hit a subscribe, share with friends. Let's grow this channel together. Let's bring more traders to this channel. Let's help others to become their own indicator. Let's help more traders become professional, consistent traders. First, by like, subscribe, sharing this channel, this video. Then we can go to the Fibonacci Academy playlist where we have 27 videos. It's the fundamentals of technical analysis and the psychology behind trading. 27 videos. Each video no longer than 15-16 minutes. And how to become better trader each and every day. Check all the links in the description below. Apple, another perfect example of why we should trust trend lines if we know how to draw them. Trend lines from resistance to support. But as we can see, this trend line is heading south. The long-term trend line is heading south. So it's resistance for the lower highs and it's support, but it's a support for the lower lows. So if you're not long yet on Apple, in my opinion, this is not the time to go long. We need to see where price of Apple is heading. Only a weekly close above 196. And then we can assume with high probability that Apple is heading north once again. But until proven otherwise, we are heading south on Apple. For now, at least. Let's see. Shopify 1% to the upside. Moving sideways between the 76.30 and the 80 to the upside. But as you can see, Shopify also on the road north. Long continuation above 80, and then we will see 85, 92, and 100. Meta, nothing much. Once again, getting rejected by this purple resistance zone. Few consecutive dojis in the past week. Weekly doji. Some kind of a pullback on Meta will be perfectly fine at this point. And as you can see, if we take Fibonacci on this trend, swing low, swing high, look where price got rejected on a Fibonacci extension. Fibonacci, trend lines, and candlestick analysis. This is all we need to know, and this is all we need to master if we want to master trading. Not technical analysis, trading. There is a big difference between being a good technical analyst and being a professional, profitable trader, there is a big difference. Anyone can draw trend lines, anyone can draw support resistance zones, but only 5% will become profitable traders. Google, once again, this red zone, very tough resistance zone. If bulls will give up on this zone on their way up towards to this orange trend line, they will give up. Bears will take control, and then this gap will get filled. But we don't need to guess. We can take Fibonacci. And as you can see, this gap is on the 382 Fibonacci retracement. Below it, 136, and back to this lower trend line. Netflix, all across the board, no price action whatsoever. Netflix moving sideways, hanging above the 488, 490 area. Amazon, same thing, moving sideways, holding above the 153. All the market is just waiting for Tuesday to begin a new year, and then we will see where price is heading. Who will take control during the first quarter of 2024? Bulls or bears? What do you think? 2024 will be better? Worse? Or same thing as 2023? I can buy same thing. Even a little bit worse. I don't mind. Nvidia long continuation above 505 towards the 540. Below 483. In my opinion, 470 and then 450. Below 450, this gap will get filled. And last but not least, Microsoft. Bulls of Microsoft, bulls, bears of Microsoft went on early vacation since, as you can see, since middle of November. 1.5 months of sideways move. SPY on the monthly. Let's do it on here. Look at the SPY on the weekly. 2 consecutive dojis off a trend line. Pullback is in the cards. Let's clean the chart. Let's go to the monthly. Now in the end of the year, let's go to a quarterly. Each candle, 3 months. What do you see? Is this a double top scenario on the SPY? It's a massive double top scenario. You have this top. This is not a top yet. One more day. But it looks like a double top. Now you can take Fibonacci. On a quarterly time frame. Above 477, we will see 590 and then 770. 404 needs to hold. Below it, 355. And then 262. Always prepare for both sides. Always multi-time frames. 3 months, because we are in the end of the quarter, end of the year. Monthly, end of the month. Weekly. What do you see? Still in an uptrend, right? 490 is the next major resistance. On the daily, it looks like this. 477 area. Tough resistance. This is how you become a professional trader. Not only professional technical analysis, this is how you become professional trader. Multi-time frames. Always look on multi-time frames and ask yourself, what if? What if price will go up? What if price will break down? Where price might be heading next with highest probability? This is why we use trend lines and Fibonacci. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, like, subscribe, share with friends. Tomorrow, Friday, I will be taking the day off. I will see you all Tuesday, New Year 2024. But until then, don't forget to hit the notification bell because more videos coming up in this long weekend. Until then, stay safe.
Thank you.